This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, we talk about Christmas, Tapas, what are you doing for Black Friday, and interesting world of academia. 3, 2, 1. I've cracked my rib.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Four Legs podcast with myself, Danny.
And me, Tom Hall. What's going on, buddy?
Cracked his rib, not being punched. Would you fall out of
Just,
bed or something?
just like piss off everybody every day. Well, I actually had it last week, but
Did you sneeze or something?
didn't
Was
really
it
know.
sneezing? That's how
Mate,
weak you are.
sneezes hurt. Sneezes
Oh, I
hurt.
bet they did, yeah.
Like sneezing, getting up, doing whatever. No,
Mm.
I hate it. I hate it that I did it playing football. And immediately
Ah,
I got a, I told you so, shouldn't be doing it. You're too old. Why are you doing
yeah.
this? I'm like, and I was literally declaring, I
That's
was
my
like,
view of it as well.
I'd rather play and get hurt than not play at all.
Yeah, you see, for me, it's just like it just prevents you from doing so much more of the stuff that you would enjoy. You
It's too
know?
cold to play golf. Oh.
Well, that's true. I mean, I'll let you off that. I guess there's that, but. Yeah, I think the risk to reward just is not quite there with football. I think with at this age we're at, and one ACL, you're done. Do you know what I mean? That's all it
Mate, I'm
takes.
not doing that. Yeah, love that. I'm part of the team. There's some good players to be fair, but like some of them get slightly annoyed when you're not like putting in full effort, and I have to go like, Joe, fucking hell! Like, there's a reason why we're playing Monday night on at 6 p.m. at Paddington Recreation Ground in an eight-side league. I was like, we ain't the best. Like, this is fine. We're okay.
Yeah,
We're pretty good for this standard. Yes, you are correct, but.
yeah,
Like, I'm not gonna fly myself into a fucking header when I'm like, nah, I'm all right. I'm not gonna throw myself at everything. But this one
yeah.
was stupid. This was like I let the ball go across me and like to beat one player, but was slightly like looking up a little bit too much. And then yeah.
But you see, that's the reason I think I've taken to golf and quite like it is that I feel like I can do that. Like I can give it everything. It's a sport that at our age you
Yeah, you
can
can.
practice more. You can do like I don't, and this is going to sound absolutely mental now to anyone who doesn't really kind of know golf or whatever, right? But you can play golf into your 50s in competitions and stuff like that. Like it's for me, I was looking at it like I never made it in any sport really, any level. Whereas I golf, I'm like I legitimately have the opportunity where if I can keep going with my progress for 17 years, that you could play in a tournament at that age when you're in your early 50s, let's say, Masters tournaments, and still get the enjoyment and the competitive drive from playing it. That's the one. That's for me why I think I've thrown myself into it. I didn't think I'd throw myself into a sport like paddle or even like now like I could go back to play football or cricket. For me, it was like yeah, but you're just like you're never as good as you were when you're younger. Whereas with
Yeah.
golf, you can still get better.
I peaked at like
Yeah,
18 for football, I swear. Just because I was
yeah,
playing like all the time. Like, yeah.
yeah.
You're
I
playing
think
like
that's the thing.
almost
That's the
every
thing with me.
day.
Like I've just decided that I think you can throw into golf because of that reason. Like you see Justin Rose at 46, you're like, hang on a minute,
Well,
like.
Phil Mickelson won a major at over 50, didn't he?
You can still do it and you can still hit the ball far if you do enough training. And when I retire in 3 years, I can train every day and I can be an athlete. Do you know what I mean? I can make sure I keep going. So yeah, no, I love it. I had a few questions about don't know if you know Tom, but I scratched golf for now. But I had a few questions about it. And
Please, can't still
people
can't
people are
still
saying
can't beat
like
me.
people are
Jesus.
saying like why do you like keep pushing? Like what's the next goal? Where you gonna like why do you practice so much? I'm just like I just want to see how good you can possibly get. Like I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do that. Like, I can't get my head around why you wouldn't want to do that. But that's just me. Just different. Built different. I mean,
You're different.
yeah.
Gets obsessed about one thing and
Yeah.
goes after it.
Literally.
Yeah, that's you.
Literally. Yeah.
I mean, Laura wishes that it was her, to be fair. So if you're just obsessed about Laura, then
She gets enough time and attention, don't you worry. She's fine. She's fine.
Sure, sure. All right, this is
Mm.
the penultimate episode of the year. Unfortunately, people are like, "What? It's only November."
Tom's being so
It's
fucking selfish.
I know. I've got to go on my honeymoon.
Got to go on your honeymoon. Yeah. Got to
Yeah.
go on it.
I
I
don't
mean,
I
it'd be a
think
bit weird if you didn't turn up. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be podcasting from where I am, so that's the issue.
Can you
Um,
imagine if
I
you did though?
I mean, it'd be good. Yeah, people might tune into those video ones, so
You never
um,
know.
which is interesting. Because I am, yeah, next Thursday I've got a nice long trip I'm doing London to Miami, Miami to Buenos Aires, and then there Buenos Aires for 2, 3 days, and
Mm.
then to Ushuaia, and then get on a boat. And
Nice.
then I hope I don't fall off the boat. But we have to do the Antarctic jump. Apparently, that's
The
a thing.
Antarctic jump.
You
Talk to
jump
me.
in, jump into the water. That's pretty much a blast. Like you
Might be a
know,
bit cold.
it's gonna be very cold, mate. You wouldn't do it.
Mm.
You'd be pussy. You'd be absolute pussy.
No. Of course, yeah. 100%, mate. I'm not getting fucking cold for no reason. Why would you do that?
Wherever, whatever testicles that we both have would cease to be in there. They would be hiding, screaming
Correct.
to go
Yeah.
back in. So that'd be fun. So yeah, unfortunately, from next Thursday, guys, all your content on Instagram, if you follow me. I hope you follow me. Fucking hell. It'd be weird if you didn't. Um, Imagine people just like, oh yeah, never bothered. Never bothered. That's fine. Just listen.
Imagine.
Just listen on Spotify.
I
Yeah,
can't
it's gonna
imagine
be
anyone would
very
listen to this and not follow us. Surely that's like, it just wouldn't happen.
weird, unless they're like, I don't know, 50 or 60 years old and they have no social media anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. That's gonna be
That
you.
could happen. I mean,
When
that
you're
could happen.
40,
So,
you're gonna be there. And then yeah, it's gonna be very penguin, whale, iceberg based content, I think, for a while.
yeah, just white. Just white.
White things. Anyway, we've got a couple of things to talk about because Dan's bringing nothing to the table because he's just reining it in. Rest of the year, he's like, I'm good, guys. Black Friday,
Got
and
nothing to
then
read.
don't have to do anything. Don't have to do anything. What was your call about this week? How to
The
actually
members
coach?
group,
Mm.
yeah, it was to actually fucking start coaching people properly because fucking hell.
Ah,
Yeah,
don't
I think we
look.
got a little bit ranty in that call because honestly, like I know we've talked about it before on here, and I mean this may even turn into a rant now. Me even just mentioning it, but like the standard of coaching is extremely poor, and it's getting worse. So we had to kind of really lay the law down a little bit. But no, like also talking about like retention rates and our sign up rates because like, we were talking about how like when we were coaching, we never got more than 6 sign-ups a month, and we were like, people were growing our business. And we're like, what the fuck's going on with some of you? Like, you can't do it. And we worked out our churn rate. Mike worked out his churn rate from when he finished doing fat loss coaching to now. Bearing in mind, he's been posting no content about it. He's not upskilled in anything about it. He's not been posting anything about it to kind of keep those, like, even just online, seeing people seeing what you're doing and the expertise, his sharing his journey or anything like that. It's like, I think his churn was 1.9 a month. And he was like, how am I better than all you lot of this? He's like, how am I getting 1.9 when I'm not talking about it? I'm not posting content about it. Like, he said, he said just like, what's going on? Like, and again, it's one of them where you're trying to help people with their business and it's predicated on you're a good coach.
Yeah,
Like that's just there shouldn't need saying. I don't to try and grow your business, you've got to have a good product. It's just a bit mad. But anyway, before I go off on a tangent, yeah, that's what we talked about. And if you're in the members group and you listen to this, go and watch it because you need it. I'm telling you that now.
I think it
You
was
need it.
like, I think somebody messaged me last week about our pod no, last week, and how it hit home. And it was everything we should be as coaches. So that was nice. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, in terms of, yeah, obviously a lot of people try and play at coaching, I guess. That's the unfortunate thing. But anyway, we're going to talk about there's three things that I've got written here, Daniel.
Oh yeah.
Um, Right, I know you're going to go for this one first, so I'm going to leave that till last to tell you what it is. So we'll talk about Black Friday in terms of what maybe to offer or what we go through or whatever is advised, I guess.
Mhm.
It's very like person just like dependent and product is dependent, service dependent. So you can
Yeah.
give a very general view of what your peeps do. Obviously, Mike's well, obviously, like when I sat down with Mike, he gave me some options basically, and like basically what aligns with what your philosophy is and how you feel you should be doing for stuff instead of
Yeah.
just yeah, I don't know. And then I had a call with one of my old like lecturers for my members group, the coaches group,
Mhm.
which was super interesting. He is head of S&C for Arsenal women's and ladies, which is cool. So he does all the development teams, so under 21s all the way down to the 12s. So he
Yeah.
heads up all the Arsenal girls. And he is also a senior lecturer in sport and exercise science and S&C and sport coaching at Middlesex. So it was quite an interesting sit down. Um, so maybe we'll start there just to entice some people. Well, I know we're gonna start here because I know you're gonna want to talk about this. So last night, so Chloe had to go back to Honduras this morning. So which means yesterday we did our annual Christmas tapas, which
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm sure, is all about. So I listed what
Ooh,
I
sharing his
had.
Christmas picky
So
bits.
I'm gonna share
I, do you know what? I
the
love that M&S have called it Christmas picky bits. They know. They know what it's called.
they know what
They
it's
know.
about, right?
Yeah.
So we did do four from here, and then we did do three from Waitrose, which I'm going to be interested to see. So I guess from these picky bits all the way down to I guess here we're not going like charcuterie boards stuff like that. If you had to pick, let's say, seven of these, so that's essentially what we did, like seven things. What are you going to be going for? Okay, so we'll list them
Ooh,
off. You've got them here. I'll be in control, unfortunately. I don't know how sharing screen comes across on YouTube, but interesting. So if you want to know what the one's fucking looking at, go to YouTube, my friends. It will be there. So
okay.
actually,
Okay.
some of these weren't there, like when I was in the store, if I'm really honest, because I would have definitely got 10 haggis, neeps, and tatties. That would have been fun. Um,
No.
so we've got haggis, neeps, and tatties. We've got some smokes. Like you can read, can't you? Don't need to put it for you, but
I
it is
can
an
read, mate. Yeah, I don't
audio.
need you to read out. Can
But
you
it is
just
an audio
just I know,
motif.
screw them. They can watch YouTube video. Go down with it.
There's the next section. We got a selection of stuff. We got
Oh.
mini pecorino chorizo
I'm going to be honest. I think this is
tortillas,
actually a little bit too
patatas
out there. Some of
bravas.
these.
Is
Some
it
of these are too out there.
snowman bao buns? They had like pickled cabbage and shit in them. You got some katsu chicken bites. Some of these are a little bit like that's just like bolty bouillon kind of,
It's a
yeah,
bit out
who's
there,
getting
isn't it?
bougie kind of things. Yeah, and then we scroll a little bit further down. What we got? Tiger
Well,
prawns, bit classic. Fish and chip bites, halloumi fries,
mm.
halloumi pigs in blankets, bit weird. The
I
hash
bet they're good
brown
though.
topple
I bet they're
tower.
good though.
I bet
Halloumi
they
and
are good, yeah.
blankets. Halloumi wrapped in bacon. Cheers.
Mini turkey feast toasties, paella bites,
I'm
mini
actually a little bit
tarts,
overwhelmed, Tom. There's too
and
much.
then
Um,
these ones down here. We've got mini beefs, prawn toast, spring rolls, chicken bites, potato spinach. Yeah, mate.
You see, now
What
I
are
think
you?
that for me, right, I think there needs to be some level of tradition with this. So, for example, Southern fried chicken bites, no. Like you can have them
Yeah.
any time of the year, right? That's just a no, right? Halloumi fries, I do love a halloumi fry, but I think that I get them all the time. I can have them whenever, right? So halloumi and blankets is definitely the sort of thing I'm after, right? I'm going to go for something like that, right? Go up a little bit, go up, and that's where I think that. So I'm going to go with the halloumi bites. You then got the mini turkey feast toasties because look, it's Christmas, right? I'm all over that. The brie and cranberry tartlets. I'm not a massive fan really of brie in general, but that's such a Christmassy thing to have at Christmas, brie and cranberry.
Mm.
Like it's just I think there's an element of this where you do have to go for the festive, like traditional stuff. So again, katsu chicken bites, just no. Like I'm sorry, but it's just not going on at Christmas for me. It's just not happening. So I think yeah, brie and cranberry, pigs in blankets, halloumi and blankets. I'm okay with them. Mini turkey feasts go up a little bit more. I think there's more up there that I was going to pick.
Got two more.
Yeah, the mini Yorkshire puddings, yes. Mini pecorino and chorizo tortillas, a little bit different and out there, but yes. Mini beef en croûte, yes. What are those cheese and ham tartlet things? Yeah, them. And then maybe the pork belly squares. I think that's eight. I'd go with them, mate. I think I'm not again like the Indian stuff, the chicken tikka masala, like the onion bhajis, and like that's not for me a Christmassy thing. I can have that any time of year. I think for me it's the more beige, the better for Christmas
right?
bites, right? I
Literally.
think I'm not looking for the colourful flavors. No, no, give me beige. It's
And
Christmas,
like, if you
right?
want colors, then you've got mustard, you've got ketchup, you can make gravy. It's
Yeah,
fine. You've got
yeah,
your dips for the colors and stuff like that. And
yeah.
because I was the same, like I brought it out like when we cooked it, like the chef I am, in
Cooked
multiple
it. Put
step,
it all on 200
multiple.
degrees. Put it all on 200 degrees for 12 minutes. That's what you mean.
Oh yeah, it's just like 12 anything's it's everything is between 8 and 25 minutes basically. You just got that's your time frame. You've got to put
I,
it
I
in
remember once
where they
seeing, I remember once seeing, I think was it Iceland? I can't remember. There was once a supermarket at Christmas. Their whole thing was that their marketing was on the fact that it was all cooked in the same time at the same temperature. I was just like, oh
It's
my
like, oh
God.
my,
Like it's
that's
bad when you're
awful.
marketing that.
People with that can't be bothered. They'll
Yeah.
probably they'll probably pick the things that they all cook in 12 minutes, so we'll just have them all. Like it's fine. Yeah. Mate,
Brilliant.
like I was the same. Like, but like these selections have gotten fucking good. Like these are
Oh
good.
yeah, fair play to them. They're thinking outside the box.
They are really good. Like, so what I now I'm looking at these. I wish I'd had because I was like, oh, we can't have that much. Like 7 of them. It's like quite a lot for just 2 people. Just we powered through. Don't
No.
worry.
I was about to
We're all
say
good.
no.
We had because I was like, I wanted. We had the mini burgers, mini beef burgers, which was sound. We did the pigs in blankets. We didn't do the human halloumi blankets because I just thought it was going to be too much. I don't know why. And I was like, oh, I haven't had any pigs in blankets yet, so I wanted them. I did do the mini turkey feast toasties, banging. Um, I we did. This was mainly Chloe who wanted prawn toast,
Mm,
like a traditional Chinesey fucking thing, isn't it?
yeah. Mm,
And she wanted the paella bites. They were not good. They were not good.
no.
I was like, but I think it was like, oh, let's get some fish. I'm like, this is not what you want. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, then there was a beef teriyaki thing that we had, like these things, like on skewers, but then we also had the mini Yorkshires, which were banging,
Mini
and
Yorkshires,
yeah,
yeah. You can't go wrong with that.
mini Yorkshires were so good. But I do want to try the haggis tatties. They look
Mm.
good, so I might be doing my own one at some point. Just like picking at stuff. Be fine. And yeah, I ummed and ahed over the brie and cranberry tartlets as well because I'm the same as you. I'm just like I wouldn't have it at any other time of year, but I'd be like if I
No.
saw it like on like a little platter, like at somebody's house, I'm like, yeah, I have that. I like the little
Yeah.
tanginess. I want the cheese. It's fine. My gut will ruin me, but yeah, I implore. It should be a Christmas tradition for everybody. I feel like go and do whatever supermarket you go to. They have their Christmas like party picky bits, and
Yeah.
just do Christmas tapas. Just buy like
Mm.
6, 7, 8 of them, and just I bet the kids would fucking love it. Just having that for dinner, like
Yeah. Yeah.
just having a little bit of everything.
100%.
Right, absolutely. It's like just
Yeah.
we sit there and write all our Christmas cards, and this time we had to do all of our fucking wedding thank you cards as well. It's fucking a horrible job. You
Do
know
people
how?
still
Oh, mate,
send Christmas cards?
we're sending a few. Yeah.
Oh God. Get with the times, mate.
Oh,
Save the
sorry.
planet.
I
Save the
literally
save the planet.
I wrote out your wedding thank you card.
Well, that's fine.
I'm not sending it now. No, no, no.
I
You don't want
appreciate
it. No,
that. I said
it's
Christmas
fine.
cards. No, I said
Literally
Christmas
wrote it.
cards,
I've
Tom.
blood and sweat and tears I put into
I
it.
said,
Yeah.
yeah, I won't be able to read it. Well, in your writing.
No.
No.
But I think
Um,
Laura will just like having the card more than anything else.
Probably, yeah, more than likely, yeah.
From
Yeah,
our
no,
stationer.
Christmas cards is a weird one for me. So, like, oh, here's another one. Here's actually something we can talk about, right? On the
Also, I
topic
want
of
you
Christmas.
to react to the how much do you think I spent on postage? So yeah.
Oh, fuck me, yeah, I don't think. Right, if like your family suggested to do Secret Santa, right? Let's just
Which
assume that they
I
did,
am
right?
in
Right.
for Chloe's family. Yeah.
Okay. Is it just? I think it could just be me, so I need to get your opinion on this. For me, if it's Secret Santa, the whole point of it is it's supposed to be either something that jokey, ridiculous, like funny, something they may use, but ultimately when you go, well, there's a limit of 30 quid, it well, I'll buy it myself if there's something I want. Do you know what I mean? But like the whole point of it is it's supposed to be like jokey, and the whole point is no one knows who got it for you, and that's why it's kind of funny. That's my view of Secret Santa.
So my view of Secret Santa was kind of like that. It didn't have to be jokey, it could still be something useful, but it was the point of it was to have like a spending limit because it's like so you don't end up spending loads of money on loads of shit that people would buy stuff for
Yeah.
themselves anyway. So it's like, all right, it's 30 quid or 50 quid, and then everybody gets a reasonably okay present or
Because
whatever it be.
like we've got our family group chat, right? And my sister was like, "Oh yeah, should we do group Secret Santa? Just it's a bit more straightforward for everyone." I was like, "Yeah, no, like sounds cool, no problem, right? Got all the little kids are involved, right?" And then everyone gets given their person that they got, right? And then everyone's put in like what they'd like. Oh, here's an idea for me for Secret Santa. And, you sat there going, "That's not the point of it." Like I was sat there looking at this stuff. Everyone's going, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, I could do with this. I want this skincare product or this thing." I'm like. What's the point of doing Secret Santa then? Why don't you just buy it yourself? I'll buy what I want for 30. Like, I don't get it. Like, for me, the whole point of it is that it's supposed to be fun thing.
Yeah.
That I'm supposed to buy you a present that's a little bit tongue in cheek or a little bit piss takey or jokey because it makes it a little bit more fun and there's a story behind the present maybe or something like that or making a present from whatever it is. I was just a bit like, what is the point of this? Like, I just thought the whole point of it maybe anyone listening, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I just thought that was the whole point of it. But
So
I just think
I
it's
think
just
I
weird.
don't know. I think you're still meant to get something that you like or would be for them. But I always thought there was a price
So like
like
for
limit
example,
on it.
like here's an example of it. So for example, my brother-in-law, who I've got in the Secret Santa, he doesn't listen. Don't worry, I think we're okay. Right, right. My brother-in-law,
Fucking he
right?
might. He's messaging me now.
He loves right. They love going on holiday and they love going to like weird and wacky places, right? And this summer they went to Brazil. They went to the Amazon rainforest in Brazil and they camped out one night or whatever. And he got bitten by this really bad spider when he was away, right? So as a joke, I was going to get him a travel first aid kit and then a kid's book of nasty, creepy crawlies that bite you or something. That's
Yeah.
that's the sort of thing I think a Secret Santa should be. Is it's like it's that sort of like it's a bit of a jokey present. Obviously, I'm not gonna like I don't need to get. And then I was gonna buy him a bag of coffee beans to go with it because I know he likes coffee. And it's like, well, there's 30 quid. It's a bit of a joke. You got some coffee beans, right? Cool. And now everyone's given like what they want. I'm just a bit like, well, I've got to get him whatever he's asked for now. I'm like, I've not put anything in there that I want because I'm like, that's not the point. Like, someone's supposed to buy me, for example, shampoo. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. Is like, yeah, a hairdressing kit and a shampoo. That's what you're supposed to get me in Secret Santa. Do you know? Like, it's I just find it odd. Like,
It is weird,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, or like a bunch of hair gel, hair wax. Do you know? Like, just a complete piss take. Like that's what it should be. And then because then what we do is like obviously anyone who does have hair could then take that away with them in their school. It's great, like
Mm.
obviously. But I just yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's what I'd be doing.
So I feel
Like
like
if it was
you're.
you, I'd be buying you like a like how to play golf book, do you know? Like understanding how to, do that. For me it would be anger management book, right? It's like it's just little things, like
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so two things on that. So I'm in a Secret Santa as well, but like, so for my family, we don't do it, but basically we just have a thing with my sisters where we just go out for a meal together, and we're like, that's enough. Cool. We
mm,
don't always make time for that, so let's just do that. Book
mm,
somewhere decent in January. Parents, they're like, no, we still want gifts. I'm like, all right, fucking hell, because they just like it, I think.
yeah.
But it's all like knickknacks and shit. But on Chloe's side, we have a Secret Santa, but this is my first time in it. You have to be essentially married into the fucking thing.
Mm.
But there is no price limit, Daniel,
Oh, you are fucked.
right? There's no price limit. So, for example,
Yeah.
previously, apparently, so you know who Roberto and Evgenia are. So they are
Hmm.
husband and wife. But Roberto has once drawn and gotten his wife. So I'm like, well, that's the point. Like, what? And he then ended up buying her a ridiculous handbag. I'm like, well, this is
Well, hey, you
ridiculous.
could you could do the handbag, so maybe if you get
I'm
him.
like, this is bonkers. So obviously, my is she my sister-in-law? Yeah. I've got Evgenia, so I've got to buy a gift for Evgenia. But Glenn Close like, oh no, there's no price limit. I was like, well, that's normally what happens in Secret Santa. Like, so you don't end up
Yeah.
spending loads of money on loads of shit. And she's like, yeah, yeah, no, you just like accumulate whatever you would have spent like on everybody, you'd just spend on one person. I'm like, no, 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 that's
No.
fucking ridiculous. I was like, that's no. I was like, that's not happening. I was like, what's the limit? I was like, what do people normally fucking spend? All right, because this is bonkers. So yeah, I've still got. still got to kind of. I'm guessing Chloe's not gonna listen to this. She does sometimes listen, so I'm just like, but
Maybe you
yeah,
should buy her
I've
a pencil case or something like that.
so obviously
Just
I've got Chloe's stuff, but it's just like now I've got to buy something else. I'm like, great. What does a woman who can get anything she likes get? And I can't. And also, what is more annoying, I can't do like food-based things because I'm going to Antarctica before I go to Honduras. So I can't take loads of shit to like Antarctica and to Argentina and look like some sort of biscuit mule as I'm going all the way around South America whilst I'm
biscuit
carrying this
mule.
shit.
Love that.
So yeah, it's got to be kind of small enough that I can take it all the way to Antarctica and back, that it doesn't get annoyed because I've got to take a load of shit, obviously. So yeah,
Ugh.
I've got that. So and then number two, mate, they also do something which I think what you need to do, from what it sounds like, you should implement this to your family. They also do a white elephant gift exchange. So the white elephant gift. So it's like you all buy like a 10 to 20 pound gift, and it's like an anonymous like gift, whatever it be. So for you, you can buy your spider book, whatever it be,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you put all the like presents in the middle, and then you draw numbers on depending. So you go and get a new gift, or you can
Yeah.
steal a gift that's already been opened from somebody else as like basically the number you go through. So maybe it's like 1 to 8. You can go like steal the gift from somebody. Say, oh,
Got
Dan's
you.
like, oh yeah, I really want that shampoo. Oh, cool. I'm gonna go steal them, and then
I
you
need the
would get their
shampoo.
number, and then they have to go get a new gift. So yeah. It's interesting. So I think you need to do that one instead. Implement that for like a £15 limit or something like that.
Maybe.
Be interesting.
Yeah, I
Might be
just always
interesting.
thought that's what it was. So
So white elephant, we have to do that as well. So I've got to get a fucking white elephant gift as well as. So yeah, exciting on my end.
fun
Anyway,
times, man.
that's Christmas. All right, should we get into where do you want to go? Black Friday or Wes Fox?
Black Friday.
Black Friday. Um, yeah, talk to me, mate. You're the offer guy.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
just think with it, I
sales.
just think you have to commit one way or the other. I think you're going to see a lot of people saying things like, "Oh, all the coaches coming out and discounting their coaching at this time of year, blah, blah, they're desperate, blah, blah." It's like, no, businesses make money. That's what they do. And it's a time of year people spend money. So there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with doing that.
Mm.
The only guidance I have with coaches is don't devalue your one-to-one service. Um, if you've got a product like the group coaching program, or like we've got the members group, like you could discount something on that. The only thing I'd say about that sort of thing is you should always offer it to your current clients, right? So you can say if you want to secure this, you can get in it. So for example, like for us, we're putting our price for our members group. That's what we're doing. We're not doing any deals on Black Friday, right? But I know people do the group coaching programs. They do a Black Friday deal. They do it at a special price. That's all good. You can do all that sort of stuff. Some people I know do a one-to-one coaching Black Friday offer, but that's because they offer upfront payments, which again, like we're not a huge fan of in general, but some people do like it and they do prefer to do that. So they do like a paid in full thing. So they do like if you commit to 6 months of coaching, it costs X amount up front, right? And again, with them, the advice I give is you have to offer it to your current clients as well. So you have to say Black Friday deal for 6 months of coaching, you get £100 off or whatever it is. That's what you want to do. Offer it to your current clients, make sure they have the opportunity to get in, and make the most of it as well, because they're the ones that have been with you all this time, right? So you can have some caveats to it, but most people don't do that. So it is very much a case of making sure it's product based, make sure it's something like a program. And just commit to it. Don't half-ass it. And remember that, look, everyone's doing a Black Friday deal, so you've got to stand out. You've got to do it a bit differently. You've got to make sure it's something people want. You've got to make sure they understand exactly what it is you're offering. You can sell, like I said, a January coaching program now. It works. People do it quite regularly. I don't think you could do it if you run to like end of Jan, start of Feb. I think it's a bit too far away for Black Friday. You can also offer loads of free stuff. You could just go, look, I'm not going to even charge you anything for any of this. Just give away loads of your free stuff, give away your best free things. Can't just be your current lead magnet. It needs to be something a bit different as well. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the main things I would say. But just make a stance, and if you are making a stance, just stick by it. Um,
Yeah, I think it's an interesting one because obviously, like me and Mike talked about what I would do, blah blah blah. If I do anything at all, that isn't always an option. You can ignore it and be like, my Black
yeah.
Friday offer is doing fuck all. My coaching service is valuable. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Join. But then there was also like, but I would say I was similar to you. Like, and I'm sure you. concur with like don't devalue one-to-one service. So I've got nothing happening on one-to-one. I'm not even
Mm.
taking in any clients in December for one-to-one. They're closed. So you can only join. You can come have a chat with me before then, but you can only join in January now. But obviously with the group stuff, what I've decided to do, and people can do that now. So if they join, I think it's the open from today until Monday, Cyber Monday, isn't it? I've just offered an extra service. That's all I've
Yeah.
done. Is like I've just made the group offering slightly better if you join within these specific dates. But much like Dan said, I have offered it to every single one of my group members anyway, who are already in the group. So, and then that simple thing is literally just what Dan gets to do with me every single week, but it's less about him. It's just
Sending
having like
news.
a 20,
Oh,
20 to 30 minute call and just fucking talk
yeah.
shop, whatever they want to talk about. Because obviously that is only normally, just like with Dan, exclusively for one-to-one clients. That's it. But if you join, yeah, in January, February, or March, you can book in a call with me. We'll just talk about whatever you want to talk about. It could be coaching, could be fucking your training, could be, I don't know, any business crap you want to run through me, anything you're doing, anything. So yeah. So that's what I'm doing because I didn't want to devalue. I don't want to give a discount. I think it's fucking cheap what I give anyway. So that's the point. And yeah, why not do something I know I'm good at, or something that you can like build a better service on, perhaps get ideas from, make better
Mhm.
connections from. So yeah, I think it's probably worth, especially from maybe not in your scale. You're not going to sit down with everybody because you've got a full house of calls it, but I can do it. I'll be able to open the spaces over 3 months and be like, look, come have a chat. That's absolutely fine. If I can have 10
Yeah.
calls, then yeah, I absolutely don't mind that. That is absolutely sound. Obviously, I'm capping it. I'm not going to be like it's open to every single person in the world. But it is the first five, not first five. I think it's just a draw for five people, which will come in,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. I like adding stuff to it. Like, so you go, okay, you can join this and you get this on top and you get this.
yeah.
That's the Black Friday deal. So rather than, just discounting stuff with
But yeah,
that.
I
But yeah,
think the
I just think that people just don't. And I think as well, like, what I would say is if you're not 100% clear on what you want to offer, just don't offer anything. Like, don't feel
yeah,
like you have to do something. You do not have to do anything. Like, you really don't. People get caught up in that as well. Going, oh, I've got to. I've had a few calls this week. People go, oh, I really should be doing something, shouldn't I? No. Like, what do you mean?
you don't need to. If it's
Why
if
should
if
you?
if you're fine, then just be like, yeah, it's sound. People are going to book
Yeah.
in with you anyway. That's fine. They've probably made those decisions. They might be holding out to see if you do have an offer. That is one
Mm.
thing that might be happening.
Yeah.
And then they'll strike probably in the last like these few days. So yeah, if you want to hash one together, that might happen. But yeah, I just same as you, do not devalue fucking service. Like
No.
service-based industry like products, do not devalue them and offer them for cheaper than what your current guys are paying. I don't think that should happen. But if it's a product-based thing, then there's a chance if they literally get like the tangible thing take away. I find it's hard with a group. I was like, I don't want to give like discounted group access because there's obviously people who will know they're paying at certain times. If it's that public, it's like, okay. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Interesting
Mm.
one. But yeah, it wasn't even a thing when me and you were first in the industry. Black Friday deals.
No, it's a very American thing. I was just literally Googling
Yeah.
then, like, why is it done that way? And I think there was a number of there was two reasons. I think mainly, I think the first one was um, it's a time when businesses go from being in the red to in the black.
Mm,
Was originally used with reference to congestion created by subsidy. It was later explained as a day when retailers' accounts went from being in the red to in the black. Yeah, maybe. But I think as well, the thing that I know about it, or certainly in terms of the way that I've noticed it being used, is that it's a lot of retailers getting rid of old stock in their products of like old season stuff. So they go, it's the end of the year, so they get rid of. And there's a lot of, again, as far as I know, it's a lot of appliances, a lot of things that are going to be revamped for next year. So it's old stock they were trying to get rid of. So obviously it doesn't really necessarily apply to many online coaches because it's not really that way inclined. But
no.
it's just become a time here people are used to spending money. I believe it's also probably the last payday before Christmas, so people are trying to get deals for Christmas and all that sort of stuff. which again is the main thing with it. Is it is about getting rid of that old stock that people have got lying around. They want to kind of freshen up for the new year, and it kind of does make sense from that point of view. Um, yeah, I just don't think you need to be involved in it whatsoever if you don't want to be. That's the main thing I'd say.
Mhm. No, sure, bueno. So those are our deals. If you want to take us up on them, crack on. You have to be on my, well, I'm assuming for both of us, you have to be on the email lists, etc. for booking in
Yeah, ours
or,
is just, I mean,
yeah,
ours is just the members group price is going up from the 1st of December
yeah. So
quite
go in the members
substantially for
group.
the monthly roll-in.
Uh,
So, yeah, make sure you get in now, basically. Otherwise, you're screwed.
bueno. Yeah, mine will run from whenever you're hearing this till Monday. And then I'll be sending out
Mhm.
stuff on the Tuesday, I think. Whatever the second is. That ends like Black Friday. Because Cyber Monday is still a thing. I like looked at Mike's dates and I was like, why am I doing it on that day? He's like, because it's full weekend, right? And I was like, it's fine. Just do it on Friday. Yeah, anyway, last thing. Speaking of the group, because obviously I get coaches in, lecturers, physios, experts, blah 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 blah. So Wesley Fox, yeah. Hessen C for Arsenal girls development and all the academy, which is fun. Obviously, Arsenal ladies, fairly big club and put a lot of money behind stuff. But it was more interesting talking about academia and what is happening in the world of academia and how to basically we did a whole talk of how he monitors like footballers and progressive athletes and stuff like that and what they're doing in the professional game. But then I also did the second half of the talk was on building a career through academia and going and doing your degrees and then what you can do afterwards or what kind of how do you build those careers and what people mainly do and how to get into professional sport if you did not go through that traditional route of academia, which is probably a lot of the people who listen to us now, and how that avenue creates itself. But they're not going to shed all those lights because you can fucking get in the members group and fucking watch that 45-minute talk if you want to, from the horse's mouth itself. But what I did find interesting, Daniel, um, is he was saying that traditional academia, such as, well, just traditional degrees, is dropping in popularity. So
Mm.
for courses like ours, so um, so at Middlesex where I did my bachelor's and master's, right? And he heads up the bachelor's degree on one of them. But the S&C course at Middlesex, so the bachelor's degree strength and conditioning course. So the normal ones like sports rehab and sports coaching and sports science, the more generalized ones are staying, but the S&C one is getting discontinued because for not enough sign-ups at that kind of
Mm.
I don't know ilk. So second year and third year are going through, but then they're discontinuing that degree. But it also is happening across the board where apparently Kent and Greenwich universities have blended. So there's just like he was like it's not just for sport, it's across the
Mm.
board. Like maybe the prestigious ones, I'm sure, like yeah, I don't know Durham's and like obviously Cambridge, Oxford, UCL, whatever, are probably still getting sign-ups. But is this twofold? Where? So he put it down to of like, yeah, more people want to earn money straight away now more than anything else and go and do the job or whatever, blah blah blah. Especially in our industry, you can kind of like it's a weird one where I'm like I totally agree. Did I need my degrees, like my masters and stuff, to do what I do? No, but did it give me a level of like leverage, knowledge, and critical thinking and being able to think around things? 1000% yes. I think I can think more laterally, and you're exactly the same. Like from doing it. But then there's the other kind of edge of the sport. Did we really need to do it? Don't really know. It's an interesting one, how it's happening. And then twofold, the other apparently is the lack of international students that are coming in now because of Brexit.
Mm. I would suggest as well in that field. Um, I believe that a degree for when we were doing it was an element of social proof. It was an element
Yeah.
of here's proof I can do what I've done and that I know enough to come into your business and learn how you do stuff, right? And I think with the rise of social media, I don't think you need that anymore. I think that you think about what we do now. There's no qualification to do what
No,
we've done,
literally
what
no.
I've done. It's just enough people have seen the results I've got. People go, I want to learn how to do that. And I think before, where qualifications, where GCSE, even GCSEs and A levels to a certain degree, was a social proof. It was a here's me up against you doing the same thing. I'm better than this person, so therefore I should be hired. Whereas I think these days people are going to go, have you got any proof that you can do what you do? And this person's got 10 GCSEs, but this other person has worked with 10 footballers and got them into good shape and they've won a league with someone. They're going to go, like the sound of that. I think it's also why a lot of the time with football managers now, like again, we talk about the systems, we talk about some of the managers coming through. I don't think that they're necessarily done. They have to do their pro license, but they're actually think outside the box a lot of them now. They're not just doing the same old things everyone's done, right? And I think that it's going that way now. Like I wouldn't push Isabel to go to university, not in a million years. Like I think we were pushed because in our generation, or we're the last ones that needed that element of social proof to prove that we'd done something, right? And I think for the cost that comes with alongside it, I just don't think it's worth it anymore because you don't need that social proof. I think you're better off creating either a YouTube channel, Instagram page, whatever, to prove that you know what you're doing and can do what you do to a certain degree. Obviously, there's still some professions, medicine, law, all that sort of stuff. I imagine you still have to go for a degree for as long as there's man on this planet, right? But I think that even some businesses now are starting to look at entrepreneurial people and go, can you think outside the box? Can you, with your marketing, can you think a bit differently? I don't care if you've been to uni, but if you've were the age of 14 selling trainers online and you've managed to build a business that starts turning over some money, I want to be able to use your brain within my business. And I think that I know for a fact now, if we were to hire people, I wouldn't be thinking about their qualifications. I'd be going,
No.
what proof have you got? You know what you're doing? What sort of personality are you? Can you think laterally? Can you do this stuff? So I just think it's an element of social proof as well. I think that, you have to look at our industry and go, look, if you had someone that was on Instagram training footballers and claiming to know what they were doing, they're going to get the footballers join them. Whether they've done degrees or not, I don't think is important. If no one's asking that question, they go, oh, you know so and so, you train so and so, now they're big and strong. I want to train with you, right? There's very much that element of referral based work within what we do now, where I think even some people could be employed by clubs, by this sort of stuff. Um, I know it's a completely off topic and a bit of a tangent, but there's a guy in the NBA who's a he's a shooting coach. He's called the lethal shooter. And I stumbled across him 3, 4 years ago. I think it was just during COVID. He he is just an insane. He just posted videos online of him being able to make shots from absolutely fucking anywhere on like tiny little rings with like all this sort of stuff. And then an NBA player went, "Hey, can you teach me how to shoot like that?" He filmed everything with this player, and he's
Mm.
now one of the top NBA shooting coaches around. 5 million followers, probably multi millionaire, just training because of videos he made on Instagram. He didn't go through a college system. He used to be an NBA. He was a failed NBA player. He never made it, right? But it wasn't because he's gone through a system of learning how to shoot and do this. He just posted videos of himself doing it and went, I can probably teach people how to be better at this sort of stuff. Whether it's that he then studied it and went into mechanics of it. But I don't think he has a degree necessarily in shooting, right? It's
Yeah.
just that there's enough proof that he's good at what he does and knows what he's doing. I think that's the currency these days, whereas it used to be, I did this degree, I got this grade in it. Is that from this school which produces these types of students, the red brick universities? I just don't think these days you ask a 20-year-old about that, they go, what? What are you on about? Whereas when we were 20, it was drilled into us. Like I was told that going to Leeds University, I was like, oh, you'll always be highly thought of. Blah blah. You went to Leeds University, red brick university, all this. It's like doesn't mean anything. Think anyone out here knows what fucking University of Leeds is? No.
Yeah. Can give
You
shit.
know, just yeah, it's just that I think you realise now how big the world is and people just don't care. Whereas I think before in the circles we used to move in, our parents would go, oh yeah, Tom's gone to university, oh he's doing a master's degree, I'm really
Mhm.
proud of him. It's like because at the time, it's a social proof thing. It's that I think is important. But um, it's not that you don't need to prove that you know what you're doing now. It's just it's done differently.
Yeah. But it was, yeah, such an interesting conversation, especially from somebody
Mm,
who's in it and like doesn't do social, like any social media. He doesn't do anything like that. Like,
mm.
probably kind of doesn't have to, doesn't have the time, that's not part of his like his remit, right? there might be a day where it may become that of like, actually, can you show your lecturing? Like, can you show that these people are
Mm.
getting jobs and like your students are having a good time and stuff like that? That's one thing from the outside looking in. I still follow like my university's like Instagram pages and whatever social media pages. They're fucking terrible,
Mm.
awful. And I guarantee, like, if they, and I'm 1000% they've got some students that are absolutely incredible at social media at those universities. They should probably tap into those sources if they want to keep people going to like that kind of academic study. Uh,
Mm.
if they need to, I don't know. Super interesting. Because we've always
Yeah.
had we've had this debate like throughout our careers, right? Of like, do you have to go to university to do what we do? No. Should you? Up to you. Right now,
I also think as
like,
well cost now as well, right? I think when we went,
yeah,
it was what 3,000 a year, whereas now it's up to nine as at minimum, isn't it?
it's like nine minimum. Yeah, exactly. With all the cost of living that goes skyrocketing and stuff like that. The only obviously good thing is that's like it's the only debt that doesn't really affect you in any
Mm.
kind of credit reports or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's good, weirdly good debt. So that's the only
Mm.
thing. But yeah, weird one, mate. But an interesting conversation because it was just something that obviously I'm on the other side of, and he was one of my like he I can't remember what he taught me. Coaching science, I think, something like that. So yeah, it was interesting hearing somebody that I was like I'd sit and like talk to.
Mm.
But he couldn't really get his head around like what I do. Obviously,
Mm.
like he was like a lot of people go into personal training and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, cool. So I like headed up. Obviously, I explained the personal training collective like prior, and then I've like branched out to do this kind of thing instead. It's like a group community. He's like, oh, so
Mm.
you're an accredited body yourself? I was like, no, you don't have to do that. Like to sell a product, you don't have to become an accredited body. And what you're talking about, it's like all these things are researched, whatever. I bring it to the table in my own kind of way, and I think they were very old and stuffy. And I was like, yeah, one of the biggest drawbacks of like classical education was the fact you had to adhere to a governing body the whole time, and not let people decide what they want to do, and just give them the kind of skills and the remit to go and do better jobs. It's
Mm.
somebody else that isn't in the field but is deciding what your job is, which is wrong. Yeah, which is always the shit thing about personal training, unfortunately.
Mm.
We've all got our
Yeah.
personal training level three, but it's us that are making better personal trainers, which is weird, isn't it? It's like instead of the qualifications. Anyway, very interesting
Yeah.
talk. I thought it was interesting. That's why I'm enjoying having these talks.
As
Mm.
long as you find it interesting, Tom, that's the main thing,
I
mate.
know, mate. It's good. It's good. I get to be like Parkinson for like 45 minutes and just ask lots of questions as well. I get to not
Yeah.
have to explain anything, which is wonderful, instead of the normal like lectures and webinars that I do. And then I just get to take the sit back and just ask questions and then yeah, good.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Very
just
nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
good job. Yeah. And then do a little thumbs up. Does that come up? All right, perfect. All right, mate. Any other business?
Not for me. No.
Not from you. I guess we have to do a pulley thing
The pulleys
next
next.
week.
I mean, yeah. I don't even know. I mean, I feel like we need to have stuff that's happened in the year, and I can't even think about what's happened. Like we haven't had a have we had a guest on. We haven't even had a guest on. Do you know what I mean? We can't do that one.
We haven't bothered this year. It's been a bit busy, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
had
You've
plenty
been
of
busy.
guests
Yeah.
on in my I'll bring
Well, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Maybe.
I'll have all the guests from my you've had guests in your group. We'll do guests from our group instead. That'll
It's
be
gonna have
probably
to be in
better.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, best guests. Should be fine because yeah, I've what 12, 13 guests so far in the last like 3 or 4 months. So yeah, we've got plenty of those to pick from. All good.
Nice.
All right, mate. Nothing from me. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you next week.
See you later.